Yo, what's good, boys? Today we're just gonna get straight into the video and talk about committing psychological suicide. Okay, a lot of you may think that's really harsh, but it's really not. Okay, y'all need to understand the actual concept of it. Okay, so this is crucial if you actually want to eliminate your old self and your old habits. Okay, I say that in quotations. Eliminate yourself. Okay, when I say that, I'm talking about eliminating all the bad habits that you used to once have. Okay, so you need to figure out what habits do you have that are holding you back from you reaching your highest potential. Okay, so these are going to veer off into a lot of different things, but I'm going to do three different concepts that I look at and that I struggled with, right? So the first thing is physical addictions, physical habits, okay? Eating shit food, drugs, alcohol, all the other stuff, okay? All this is really physical, and I never struggled with alcohol. I never struggled with drugs. I didn't go that deep into it. But I did eat a lot of shit food whenever I had the urge to go eat bad food, to go to McDonald's, go to this and that. I just did it, right? I filled that urge, and I just followed through with my bad habits pretty much every single day. Eating Pop Tarts for lunch, eating shit for not Pop Tarts for lunch, Pop Tarts for breakfast, Hot Pockets for lunch. All this stuff, right? Just straight garbage. Okay, I was feeding my body garbage, and I was wondering why I was feeling terrible. Okay, second thing is visual, right? So we got video games. We got, the monitor for video games as well, and TV, Netflix, and obviously porn, right? This is visually stimulating stuff, okay? It's not really physically like we're eating it or consuming it, but it's visually consuming something, right? The world now is based off of attention. So if you're able to get someone's attention, mostly visually, then you can hook them and you can get them to do whatever you want to, right? So these are three things that I struggle with deeply. Not really Netflix too much, but porn and video games I struggle with greatly, right? And then the third type of addiction, not really addiction, but it's just a really bad habit that a lot of us have, is number one, we always, look down on ourselves, right? We have low self-esteem. We're not confident in ourselves, right? Because look at the stuff we're doing, right? Look at the stuff that we're feeding our bodies, feeding our brain, right? As well as just being a procrastinator and just being lazy, bro. Just being lazy, right? And how was I able to veer off from these distractions that 99% of people are trapped in, right? They're all literally in the devil's grasp, okay? And this was me. This was me last year visiting my college. Right now I'm in college, obviously. But this was me before I went off to college, about a year ago. And I saw this picture the other day looking through my camera roll. And, bro, it's just kind of sad, right? Like, I just don't look healthy at all. I look depressed, bro, and I was probably, I was very, I want to say that wasn't my lowest point in life. I just had no purpose. I just had no purpose. All I was doing was playing video games every single day. We'll get onto that. And bro, just any chance I got to, any type of attention I could get, I try to get it, right? Whether that was through girls on Snapchat, anything, bro. I was just down bad. You could see I just don't look healthy. I'm pale. Yeah, bro, that was very tough at that time, right? And so, right, I needed to conceptualize this thought, right? Because I watched a lot of YouTube videos on this, creating your ideal self, right? So this is what the thought I conceptualized in my head, right? I need to figure out how to kill off my old self, right? My current self, which is me 13 months ago. This is dead, right? This is dead to me, as cringy as that sounds. This part of me is now dead, okay? I'm not completely now at my ideal self, obviously, but we got to break down what are my habits and what is the reality that I was once living in, or for you, if you're going to apply this, what reality are you living in right now? And what are your habits that you're doing that's keeping you in that place, okay? So this is what I did, right? So I broke down everything that I was doing, right? I was watching porn. I was procrastinating a lot, right? I was eating shit food, right? Not drugs and alcohol, though I wasn't that bad, right? And then 8 hours plus of video games a day. Video games are a huge hook on me. It's just that's the only thing I could really dump all my time into, right? So I literally just know like video games, playing Rust, Ark, y'all know the deal with that. Hours on social media a day, when I was at school. Didn't really talk to anyone other than my like 2 or 3 close friends. Every other class I was in, I was just on my phone watching Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. just trying to find ways to pass by time, distracting myself, right? And falling into every single trap of comfort and pleasure, right? So any single time I got that urge to, y'all know what I'm talking about, I did it, right? I did it. And a lot of, 90% of dudes do. They do end up falling into that. And it's a sad reality, but nowadays we're so, nurtured into being a weak man that we're not able to even fend off, fight this urge that we have because we think it's normal, right? We think it's normal by society's terms. We think it's normal. And this is what is, weakening us, bro, right? So I used to fall into every single trap of comfort and pleasure, right? That was what I was doing at the current time. I was insecure, not proud of who I am and what I was doing with my life, right? No plans for my future. I was purposeless, and I had very little faith in God, right? I've always grown up in a Christian household, but it's kind of hard to have a relationship with God if you're not really reaching out to Him. Yes, I would pray a little bit, but, it would be like, thank you for a good day today. I hope that, my family stays safe, this and that. I really did not have an intimate connection with God, right? I didn't read the Bible. I didn't learn more about Him. I didn't go out of my way to really talk to Him that much, right? So that's the difference kind of in what it was. And then, right, one of the most important parts, you write down your ideal self, right? What you want to achieve. What type of person do you want to achieve, right? Think of, who do I want to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road? Who can I see? What is the top-notch level of person I can imagine myself being, right, in the next few years? So you need to think that way. And this is ourselves that when we're alive, right? Our future self, our ideal self. This is what we want to achieve, right? Because it's the truth. It's who we truly should be, right? So I looked at, what is this top-notch man? What is his habits and what is his reality, right? So I wrote these things down, and this is at the time where I started waking up at 4:30 every morning, right? So his habits and reality. He wakes up at 4:30 every single morning, no matter what, okay? I don't care if he got 2 hours of sleep. He's waking up at 4:30 every single morning, right? He eats healthy foods, right? Obviously, splurge a little bit every now and then, but most of the time you're not filling yourself with absolute garbage, right? No attachment to things that are self-destructive. Okay, so again, kind of back to the old habits again. I'm not giving into that emotional temptation, right, to do this or do that, right? I know what is good for me, and that's what I'm going by, right? He makes 7 figures a month with his own business ventures, right? Obviously, I trade, right? Obviously, I'm trying to build a personal brand, all these different types of things where I'm trying to build, my monetary side of life so I can create that generational wealth, so I can provide for my family, so I can provide for me, right? So making 7 figures a year with his own business ventures, right? So that's, the next reality that I wanted to reach, right? Insane discipline and work ethic, right? I wanted to see this guy working every single day, no matter what, right? Working hours on end, right? Doing what he loves, right? Not working for, a corporate job, all this bullshit. I'm working for me, right? And I'm working for others around me. I'm working to help others around me, okay? Through my own business, right? And then focusing more on the mission than the cash, right? Unmatched confidence in who he is. He enjoys life and all of it offers, and he is purpose-driven. Okay, so I wrote these 2 things out, right? I imagined it as well, right? I wanted to kill off my old self, all of these habits you see, right, in that current reality that I was living in. And I wanted to live this new reality that I can imagine myself living and all the habits attached to that, right? And so this is what I want you to do, right? Get a piece of paper out and actually do it. Write down every single solitary thing that is holding you back right now in your life, okay? And write down who you want to be, okay? Don't look at only the monetary means, right? I want to make $100,000 a year by this age or whatever, okay? And don't put a timestamp on this, right? I really wouldn't say put a timestamp. If you do put a timestamp on it, I would probably say more than 2 years, 3 years. But it depends how large your goals are, right? Obviously shoot for the stars, right? Go for some crazy goals, but you don't want to say in a year I want to be making $1 million when you're not even making $1 right now. Like that's just obvious, right? And so, yeah, you need to write down who you want to be, and not only the monetary value type stuff, right? What habits does he have or she have, right? What things did they do to get him to the point of success, right? That you see in your eyes, because everyone views success differently. And then finally, make a plan this year, right? Starting today. What are you going to do to achieve that ideal self, right? Don't wait until next week. Don't wait until tomorrow. If you're never going to start today, you're never going to start at all. It's as simple as that, bro. So I'm just telling you now, you need to start today if you are going to really get into this, okay? And don't go on and off, I have a friend that's struggling. He just goes on and off, on and off. He'll try trading one week and then he'll stop. Now, you're not making any progress doing that. You're literally only wasting your own time, okay? You want to go play video games? Then go play video games. You want to go hang out with your friends? Go hang out with friends. But don't even try this if you're not willing to go all in, okay? Because you're just wasting time again if you're going to spend a week or two trying to figure it out and then quitting and then doing it again and doing it again. You need to start and go all in. Okay, there's literally no other way. You can't go lightly into something. You need to go all in. All right? You can't reach this level of success with just normal work ethic, which is little work ethic. You have to have insane. You have to have not natural, work ethic and discipline. You need to be crazy with this shit. Okay? And start today and kill off your old habits and implement new habits into your life and watch what happens within the next month with your mindset, okay? Not really, it can, but not really with monetary. Don't be looking at that. Look at how you start to think about life, right? Look at the different habits and what it's really doing to you and how it's making you feel throughout the day, right? What you're actually able to achieve with these new good habits in place, right? So I hope y'all boys enjoyed today's video, found something helpful from it. Wanted to get just a video out to y'all boys, and this has been on my mind for a while. Had it on my phone, the Notes app, just write a bunch of video ideas down. This is one of the main ones that I was really excited to make for y'all boys, so I hope y'all were able to get something from this. And again, if you haven't written that shit down, do it.